Now let's look ahead to the King George on Saturday. A dozen were left in at the 5-day stage on Monday, headed by the big three of St Nicholas Abbey, Nathaniel and Sea Moon. I'm joined on the phone now by the betting desk's Ben Hutton for his assessment of the race. Ben, let's start with last year's winner Nathaniel, who looks like he'll be given the go-ahead to take part. How would you consider his chances?
He's got as solid a chance as any horse in the race. He's won 2 Group 1s, obviously, this last year, and the Eclipse last time out showed he was just as good as ever. On both occasions, they maybe weren't the strongest of Group 1s. The field probably was in last year's King George, but the race sort of fell apart for him. So whether he's an absolute top-notch Group 1 campaigner is still slightly questionable. It remains to be seen whether he can run to his Eclipse form so soon afterwards. So at reasonably short odds, I wouldn't be interested this weekend.
How would you place him alongside the other market leaders, St Nicholas Abbey and Sea Moon?
It's extremely difficult to pick between them. Well, Sea Moon hasn't won a Group 1 yet. Should be capable of doing so. But whether again he's a top-notch Group 1 campaigner. Same goes for St Nicholas Abbey. He's won at Group 1 level, but they maybe haven't been the best Group 1s. Of the three, I think Sea Moon could be the one who could progress and be an absolute world beater, but he still needs to prove that.
No way he's getting past Sea Moon, who wins the Hardwick well for Ryan Moore and Sir Michael Stout.
Well, this is interesting then. It looks like you've put a line through the top 3. So what is your fancy?
Yeah, well, in terms of putting a line through them, certainly not in terms of winning chance, but at the prices, Deep Brillante, the Japanese raider, stands out to me. You only have to look at the top-level winning form in Japan translates really well elsewhere. We've got 2011 Dubai World Cup winner Victoire Pisa. Buena Vista always ran well whenever she went outside Japan. And then we've got the 2010 ARC runner-up Nakayama Festa. And Deep Brillante is 20 to 1. And I think that's a very big price for a horse that won the Japanese Derby last time out. That was on firm. He's also won on soft. Whether Japanese soft equates to British soft is open to question, but it does suggest he's versatile on the ground. So 20 to 1, very attractive price. My only dilemma is whether to back him now or wait, because foreign horses are often overpriced and he might drift even further.
OK, 20 to 1 at least then for Deep Brilliant. Let's knock out 1 or 2 of the others. DUNADEN.
Yeah, very much respected. Held by Sea Moon on the Hardwick running, but DUNADEN didn't get the best of runs that day, so he could reverse the form. My feeling is over 1 mile 4, he's probably slightly better over further, and he's fully exposed, and I think he's got his work cut out to beat the big 3 probably.
He's getting past Sea Moon, who wins the.
Are there any others catching your eye at big prices which I haven't mentioned so far?
Yeah, I think I'll be having a bit of a saver on Reliable Man. Last time at Ascot, 1 mile 2 on good ground definitely wasn't far enough for him, definitely wasn't enough of a test. This weekend, stepping up in trip to 1 mile 4 is a big plus. There might be some cut in the ground, and based on his Group 2 and Group 1 wins last year, if he'd kept that run of form going, we'd have been mentioning him in the same breath as the 3 favourites for this race. So back over his ideal trip, again, he's 20 to 1, so I couldn't resist not having a bet on him at that price.
So to sum up, Ben, what would your advice be at this stage?
I'd probably keep my powder dry to the weekend. I can't see Deep Brillante coming in price, but come Saturday morning, I'll be back in Deep Brillante and having a little bit on Reliable Man as well.